The plan for a brand new ballroom at the White House has run into a major political and legal setback in Washington, D.C. A key Senate official has blocked Republican efforts to use taxpayer-funded security money for President Donald Trump's controversial ballroom project, handing Democrats a significant victory. So, what exactly is this controversy? Why are Republicans and Democrats fighting over a ballroom? And how did a Senate referee suddenly become the center of the battle? Let's break it down. President Trump has long pushed for the construction of a massive luxury ballroom at the White House, a project reportedly worth nearly $400 million. Trump says the ballroom would become the finest ballroom of its kind anywhere in the world. According to Trump, private donors would fund the ballroom itself. But Republicans attempted to include nearly $1 billion in federal security funding connected to the White House East Wing redevelopment, where the ballroom project is planned. That is where the controversy began. Democrats argued that taxpayer money meant for national security and Secret Service protection should not indirectly support Trump's luxury renovation plans. The issue became even more politically sensitive after an April shooting incident at a gala attended by Trump at a hotel. Republicans cited rising security concerns around the president to justify additional Secret Service upgrades and fast-track construction efforts. But Senate Democrats pushed back strongly. At the center of the dispute is Senate parliamentarian Elizabeth McDonough, often described as the rule keeper or referee of the U.S. Senate. McDonough ruled that the Republican proposal violated Senate budget rules, specifically something called the BYRD rule. The BYRD rule prevents lawmakers from inserting unrelated policy measures into special budget bills passed through a fast-track process known as budget reconciliation. Republicans were using reconciliation because it allows legislation to pass with a simple majority vote, avoiding a Democratic filibuster. But McDonough determined that the ballroom-related security provision went beyond the authority of the Senate Judiciary Committee and included non-budgetary items that do not qualify under reconciliation rules. In simple terms, she ruled that Republicans could not use this budget shortcut for Trump's ballroom-linked funding proposal. Democrats celebrated the decision immediately. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer accused Republicans of trying to force taxpayers to pay for Trump's billion-dollar ballroom. Schumer said Americans don't want a ballroom, don't need a ballroom, and should not be forced to pay for one. Democratic Senator Jeff Merkley also warned that Republicans may rewrite the bill and try again, but Democrats are prepared to challenge future attempts as well. Republicans, however, insist this setback is temporary. A spokesperson for Senate Majority Leader John Thune said revising and resubmitting legislation during the BYRD rule process is completely normal. Meanwhile, construction work linked to the White House East Wing redevelopment has already sparked legal battles. The National Trust for Historic Preservation has sued the Trump administration, arguing that demolishing parts of the East Wing and moving ahead with major structural changes without proper congressional approval violates preservation laws. Critics say Trump is reshaping iconic American institutions around his personal style and political branding. Since returning to power, Trump has reportedly added gold accents to the Oval Office, redesigned parts of the White House grounds inspired by his Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida, and announced plans for large-scale architectural projects in Washington, D.C. Supporters say Trump is modernizing outdated institutions and leaving a historic legacy. Opponents argue that public institutions are being transformed into monuments reflecting Trump's personal tastes and political image. For now, though, the White House ballroom project faces another major hurdle, and the political fight over who should pay for it is far from over.